Hey guys, welcome back to Comic Talk. Today, gonna be talking about comic books that encompass who Batman actually is. If you want to learn about Batman, I know there's a lot of storylines going on with Batman. There's always like 3 storylines going on, but I think these, if you want to start with Batman comics, I think these are 4 self-contained stories that you get to know who Batman actually is. I think to start off with is a Batman Year One. It's the first year of, Bruce being Batman. You get to learn how he became Batman, what he trained to be Batman, why he chose the name of Batman, and, a lot of cool stuff like that we really don't get to see in some movies and stuff like that. But I think this story influences a lot of movies as well, like Batman Begins, or I've seen a little bit of influence in the Batman 2022. So I think it's a very great story. Very, Jim Gordon heavy as well, but I still think it's a great story to start off with to learn who Batman actually is. Second one is Batman The Long Halloween. If you've seen any Batman movie, if you've played the Arkham games, you've seen any Batman TV show, most likely they took influence from this storyline. I think the most heavily influenced from this is the Batman 2022. There's a lot of influences in the Batman 2022. So if you like that movie, I highly recommend this. You get to see, how good Batman Detective is. The artwork is very abstract. The artwork is amazing, but again, it's very abstract and a little bit different from a lot of other, comic books art styles. And overall, it's just a great read. And again, it's a very self-contained story. And I think you really get to, this story really does encompass who Batman actually is. And another iconic storyline is Batman Hush. You get to really see how good of a detective Batman actually is. I think they explore a good amount of his detective skills in this storyline. If you love, Batman villains, this storyline is very Batman heavy, with the Joker, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Clayface. There's a lot of, different villains. So if you love Batman villains, I highly recommend Batman Hush. There's a ton of villains in here. The Riddler as well is in there as well. So again, I think this is, if you want to know more about Batman villains, I think this is the storyline for you. And then my very first comic I ever read was the Batman, The Killing Joke. It's not the very best Batman story or anything like that. I know that's a lot of people's problem with it, but again, it holds a special place in my heart, again, because it is the very first comic I ever read. And that's what got me into comic books and wanting to read more comic books. And it's a very iconic storyline, with the Joker and Barbara Gordon and Batman. It's very iconic, and that storyline has been played out in other storylines and in other Batman media and projects and stuff like that. I think that's where they went with in the Arkham games. So that storyline is how Barbara Gordon became Oracle. But those are my picks for all encompassing who Batman is. Now, do you think I missed a comic book where to know who Batman actually is? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to follow me on TikTok at Talk.comic if you haven't already. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already as well. And I will see you guys in another video.